Hello friends and welcome! We're back to the PvP showdown between IR and Bork. Bork is to the left on Sacra faction, heavy production based, and IR is to the right on Green Illyrian, heavy research based race with creative. IR got himself a nice system of beer last episode. A little comparison between two players. Bork as well got a bit subpar system with the best planet of abundant 15 max pop. But presumably, in the end of the last episode, Bork conquered the system guarded by Amoeba. We have this system, the same system mirrored at IR's side of the map, but it's still standing. As for technologies, we got Starport plus 15% to mana generation and nano disassemblers, reduces pollution by 8 times. Ion Drive provides 4 parsecs of travel and distance in one turn. Zortium Armor, increasing HP of all ships by 4 times. Ion Pulse Cannon, beam weapon, totally bypasses the armor of targets. Antimatter Torpedo, first torpedo, great weapon, pretty much missile with infinite ammo. And Xeon Missile, the best missile you can get in this game. Okay, let's dive straight back to the game. We're starting with terraforming being researched, and we establishing a new colony at Atari system and Tyrannus system as well. Double colonization in one turn should help for sure. Main question right now is, are we still in the race? Is IR still in the race? Because opposition has 12 systems against IR's 8 now. Yeah, you would say that it's not of a big deal. However, we only got those 2 additional systems right now, and opposition is already conquered their first monster. So while we conquering or colonizing readily available systems for us and for their opponent, the opponent already colonized those and goes straight for those monsters guarded systems. As you can see, immediately a population is sent to the newly colonized systems, and terraforming is going down at Drago Prime. So getting back at what I'm saying, we only now gearing towards conquering the monsters, and the opposition is already started doing things. And we have this design and building maze ships with 10 Merclite mirrored weapon systems, 4 times the damage. All is great, all is good. However, we're doing it only now. Considering that the rate of the development of new systems are dependent on production, our opposition is much faster developing those newly conquered or colonized systems. So the question still stands: are we still in the race? Or the opposition is already way ahead of us or IR in this matter? Of course, it's all has to be seen, but I'm certain that in 2 dozens of turns we would see the answer, because we're already at 90 something turn, 92 or 93, and before 94 actually, and we go for android farmers, android scientists, and maybe this will be IR's salvation, because androids is luxury which not many races or factions can afford, because they're placed with heightened intelligence, which is a must pick for many or almost any faction there is. Creative just gets it because of creative, duh. because creative gets every technology in the field, while non-creative races need to choose. Okay, we developing or design additional Qatar small frigate missile ship, it seems. Considering Space Academy went down at Tamek system, pretty mediocre system, however with the deep planets of 24 maximum population, I feel we would see those small ships being built at Tamek. As you already know, creative struggles to find a room to actually build something else aside of all those buildings they get with the research. And a new combat for the opponent. This time it's eel, not the greatest system, but still a couple of reaches there, and we still didn't get even one system conquered, one monster system conquered, I mean. However, it's intriguing what IR would do. As you can see, again, colonists are going transferred for those newly colonized systems immediately to quicken, to hasten the development of those systems. Scouting is continuous. Colony ships arrives at rehab system. It's quite a mediocre system with only abundant systems as planets there. I feel it's like a safeguard because you need to have some frontline system colonized as SAP, because SAP, yeah, because again, because of the rules. In the span of first 115 turns, you cannot attack colonies. However, you cannot colonize planets or systems closer than 6 parsec or less to opposing systems. So IR colonizes even not so great systems just to get his border widened, to not allow opposition to get indestructible, quote-unquote, outpost in the way of colonizing some systems on the side of IR. So to prohibit that, to deny that opportunity, IR uses his colony ship to colonize mediocre system of rehab. Still an okay system to have, but you need to, as always, you need to develop it as fast as possible to be able to fortify it in time, because we have only 22 turns left before non-aggression pact is lifted. Scouting at new system at Bork side. Mediocre system, not colonized, obviously, or expectedly not colonized. Still, I am eagerly waiting when IR goes for monster hunting himself. He building ships, so he's certainly gearing towards it, because for now there is no incentive to build any combat ships, because you're not in the war state. So it's only for the monsters. Building colony ships, of course, those will help with colonizing those monster systems, because we didn't see any splinter colonies if they're actually possible in this modification. I feel it's not possible in this modification. IR is pretty strict with the balance. Again, this is the design. We have a couple of these mazes. They are gathering close to Miliband system or Deban system, IR Iron Deban system. Okay-ish system to have, not the bestest. Molobot is much better, however it's guarded better as well. Amoeba is easiest monster to, or one of the easiest monster to destroy. In Paradise system, but it's quite a poor system, not worth of colonizing. But again, you may reconsider and colonize even poor system like this, just because of widening your borders again, to safeguard yourself from some advancement from opposition. Okay, fleet is population again, Sakura favor, text IR favor. Sakura, I mean Bork, yeah, Sakura is his race. Thinking about what to do, where to send his fleets. Looking at distances to the band, so I feel he will try to attack the band system, because when you check the distances, you try to understand how long the population would take to get there. And we have first androids farmers, android scientists, and heightened intelligence. It will help immensely with the research, with an overall situation. But again, you need to find a room to actually build those droids. Those are great, like really great, but where to find the room? Immediately send population to the new systems, or not immediately. Continue to send population, IR continues to do so, to populate as fast as possible, removing his population right now from research, because he chosen the research which requires lesser amount of research points, so he doesn't need that much population on research. And yeah, we are moving to the ban to engage with a space amoeba to get that good system and additional benefits there. This system is quite close to already developed systems, so you can have your population there in shortest amount of turns as possible. And as you can see, each turn is much more condensed right now. Much more concentrated movements, concentrated actions, much more concentration of actions, what I wanted to say, actually. By the way, we had a level up on Kimbuzi. Now he has a bit more of removing pollution and farming. Great to have. Looking at Yan system, good system to have, more or less, because it has a rich system. However, it's quite close to 555 system from Bork, and I don't really know if it's in 6 parsec range or less, or more, to be exact, because if it's 6 or less, IR cannot colonize it. And we have amoeba combat. We're engaging amoeba. Let's see how IR handles that, because amoeba has a radial weapon which you need to deplete, let's say it like this. Most of the time you fire just one rocket to close to the amoeba, so it uses his charge of that radial weapon, this impulse, to destroy this one missile. Or yeah, IR decides to just sacrifice his destroyer to activate the weapon, and his scout as well, and successfully, his frigate, and successfully conquers amoeba. Tachyon communication and Tachyon scanner improves chances to hit targets with the rocket support system, by the way. However, we are on the Band 2 system where Amoeba was resident some time ago, and now it included in IR's empire. Ultra-rich planet with a 12 maximum population. Okay, system to have, because with the biospheres you would have 14 population there, and with terraforming and androids you would have even more. While why a terraforming would give additional population? Because terraforming increases the quality of a planet, and the better planetary quality is, the more population it can host. Immediately sending the population from nearest systems to the ban, again to increase the speed of its development. And faster you get the system running, the better. Terraforming goes at Drago, sending to the ban, or to GMAT actually, GMAT system. I don't know exactly how you should call those names. Doesn't really matter. So okay, we have ourselves first monster system, but opposition has already two systems under their belt, two monster systems under their belt, couple of turns prior to that, faster than IR. Considering how fast heavy production race can develop those planets, it deepens their gap, I'd say, in the race. Still, we have quite a while, 20-something turns, 26 turns before, no, not 26, only actually 17 turns before Anti-Aggression Pact is lifted. Air Scout going to the 555 planet of Bork to see what he has there. I'm interested, will he engage the fleet? As far as I know, it's allowed. You can engage the fleet. You cannot attack colony, but you can engage the fleet. Obviously, you cannot engage a fleet when there is a colony. You need to choose a colony. So only if, and we see actually a snapshot of a Bork fleet, 4 destroyers and 4 frigates. I don't know which of those scouts. I feel like 1 scout, 3 combat frigates and 4 combat frigates. So 7 combat ships, not as much as I thought Bork should have right now. Maybe it's because he already had 2 combats with monsters, and you will lose your ship there. A little snapshot of a galaxy, what we have, so you may acquaint yourself. Maybe pause the video there to just remember the layout where lucrative planets have lucrative planets located. And we go for advanced magnetism, the first field of fields, branch of tech tree. Improving defenses mainly, their own defenses as well, because there lies mass driver, the best early quote-unquote beam weapon. Point defense weapon, beam weapon, whatever you want to call it, it's all there. And lucky boon for IR Empire, and the first field of fields, a branch of tech tree researched. And we go for android workers. Still not seeing any androids being built, because, yeah, creative doesn't have any room in the bunches of technologies, buildings they can have and needs to be built beforehand, before you can allow yourself some androids. If those were androids workers, I feel we would see those being built. But scientists and farmers not so, doesn't have the priority, not so important right now. Okay, gathering fleet and colony ship, I feel like for engagement, for future engagement with the Space Hydra, which is located at Mulubat system, much greater than the band system, because it has ultra-rich system with a maximum population of 37. Ultra-rich Gaia. I feel it's a huge Gaia. And when it's colonized, it will be the best system IR could get. Anyways, the gap in the system quantity is closing. The opposition has 16 systems and IR has 12. Of course, the development of the system would be quite faster from the Bork part, from the Bork part, yeah. So yeah, we're not out of the woods right now. I see that IR eyeing the Mulubat system, Mulubat, how you should call it, guys. Please, if you know, write it. But let me know in the comments, please. So the next combat or the next monster, I feel should be that Space Hydra. But this is a story for the next episode, and you should see the link for it on your screen right about now. All the links in the description as always. Feel free to join our Discord, and as always, have a great day and bye bye.